Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to crack on with the master bedroom. As you can see, the to-do list is just as long as it was for the kitchen, and yeah, it was in a bit of a state, let's just put it that way. We're going to start by getting some daylight into the room, and then we are going to fold and put some laundry away. This, believe it or not, was only a day's worth of laundry. It was ridiculous. We've got 2 adults and a child living in the house, and yet still somehow it's insane and it never ends. Today's video is a little bit shorter than the last one. I say a little bit shorter, it's about half the time of the last one. But there was just so much less dirt in the bedroom than there was in the kitchen, which meant that I had far less to tackle. Again, I do apologise that it is in portrait. I still need to work out a way of filming for YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I do think the only way to do it is another camera. However, at the moment I'm not in a position to buy one. Ordinarily in the bedroom I'd start with making the bed, however I was changing the bedding today, and when I was dusting like the light, which you'll see in a bit, I didn't want to get that dust all over brand new bedding and have to start all over again. I didn't want to make that job worse. So now I'm just organising the top of the wardrobe. Everything that was up there was supposed to be up there, it was where it lived. But it just kind of didn't look pleasing to me, so I just kind of put all the cat carriers all in one place, and just tidied it up a little bit really. And then it was on to decluttering my desk and sorting that and organising that. In hindsight, I could have probably done a better camera angle and put it into the window facing at me, but you live, you learn, and it's been a while since I've done this kind of stuff, so I'm just kind of trying to get back in the swing of things, and I didn't really realise until I watched it back and went, it could have been done better. So this desk was the one that I used for my computer, for doing hair and makeup, but in the end I got one that's downstairs now, and so that's where I'm kind of doing all my editing and voiceovers. And on that note, if you hear my washing machine in the background or you hear my cats playing, I do apologise. Now I'm onto a bit of dusting, so here I'm doing the lights, just giving it a wipe over. I did the dusting in kind of 3 parts, I want to say, just because logically speaking it didn't make sense to do one part and then another part all together while I was going around the room, but it does mean that I kind of dust these ornaments and then I'll go back again in a bit and dust the side, if you're confused. I was going to unscrew the front part and kind of clean inside the fan and on the fan blades, but unfortunately my husband was doing a voiceover for one of his videos on his YouTube channel, and it meant that I couldn't go downstairs and go get the screwdriver, but there we are. So I'm going to make the bed now and change all the bedding, and I'm using my favourite method, which is the sausage method, I call it. I have got a YouTube short up, and I've also got one on my TikTok page that basically outlines what sausage method is and how to do it. Tifa didn't like being moved there either, but it was one of those where I needed it to be gone. Bit of a shameless self-plug. I have got a TikTok which is under the same name as my YouTube channel, but I also have a TikTok that's called Twinkle and Tidy, and that is effectively a cleaning channel, whereas the Side Quest Diaries is more of a let's put what I fancy up. Obviously you're getting cleaning on here at the moment because it's the easiest thing to upload. However, I do plan on doing a variety of things on this channel. The easiest way to find my other channels and other links and stuff will be in my link tree, which is, I think it's in my bio, but it's definitely on my channel somewhere. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done this kind of stuff, and everything's changed. I don't think I like it, but we'll go with it. Something else that's different than how I would usually do it is I would normally put the pillows on first and then the bedding, but because I did the sausage method and I was interested in showing you the steps, it was one of those where it made more sense to have the pillows on after and do the bedding in a back to front kind of way. Onto some more dusting, and I pulled this out, and honestly I'm ashamed. The amount of cat fur that was on the side of the bed. I really need to remember to do that more often, I think, because it shocked me. It really did. I didn't think it was that bad because I dust quite regularly. As a result of finding the cat fur down the side of the bed, I decided the rest of the bed needed to be done because I didn't like that at all. I love this chest of drawers. It's so big and holds all of my clothes. Four-door wardrobe holds my husband's clothes, and I have the chest of drawers, and honestly love it, but it's a pain in the butt to dust because of all the kind of lips and bumps and stuff. Another thing I'm ashamed to say is that I haven't played guitar in a very long time, and that guitar's just kind of sat there for ages collecting dust. I really need to give it a proper TLC and care and maintenance. Here I'm just cleaning our through ceiling lift. So this lift goes from the living room to the bedroom, and it's another place that I don't really think about cleaning all that often, and I should think about it more often. But as you can see, it's just kind of collected some dust. It's not even really dirt, it's just dust. Onto the windows and mirrors now, and it was really difficult to get the lighting right on the big window in our bedroom, just because, as you can see, I was trying to film what I was doing, trying to find a camera angle that filmed what I was doing, but also then you'd got the glare from the window. Giving the door a quick wipe down. It's a high contact point, so it's quite nice to get that done. And then we are onto the vacuuming. We have got a huge vacuum. It's one of the Kirby ones. It was gifted to us, and it is one of the best vacuums I have ever used. No, it is the best vacuum I've ever used. The only issue is it's ridiculously heavy, and yeah, it's doing the stairs is a nightmare. I need to get myself kind of like a handheld one, or maybe a cordless one, so that I can keep on top of the vacuuming, and it's all good. And then that's all us done. Bit of a spray of air freshener, and as you can see, it is miles better than it was. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.